What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? Melania Trump, your first lady, could get us all killed. How so? Well, she's married to a very deranged, delusional, influential, powerful man. And since 2016, when he ran for president of the United States, we've been following their relationship very closely. And it doesn't appear to be a relationship wrapped in love. It appears to be a relationship that's in the gutter. One that was built on money. An arrangement, if you will. If you watch the mannerisms, watch them together. They don't appear to be in love at all. They don't even appear to be in a relationship. It is very sad to see a man with so much have so little when it comes to love. Melania, she doesn't love him. You know how I know? Because I study women. And I can tell when a woman is not being loved. I can tell when a woman desires to be loved. I can tell when a man ain't getting none. You can tell by their actions. Now, let me clarify. I can tell when he's not getting any by his woman. Put it like that. He's not getting any from his woman. I can tell. And Donnie ain't getting none. He's just not. She cringes when he tries to hold her hand, let alone trying to kiss her. When he tries to hold her hand, he holds her hand and he clutches her hand. And her hand is flimsy. It's like that. You know, she doesn't clutch back. That's one sign. Another sign, when he goes in for the kiss, she never kisses him on the lips. She always turns her head. And he lands somewhere around here, on her ear or something, or on her nose. Never on the kisser. It is because she don't love him. Now, I'm sure she has desires and needs that has to be fulfilled, one way or the other. And I know that there are a lot of men around her because she has a lot of security. I would venture off to say that somebody got to explain why Melania is not happy. And someone has to make Melania happy. Considering all of this, even if Donald Trump was to bust Melania stepping out on him, he'd have to take the L and deal with it because he can't get a divorce in the middle of being the president. He has to wait. He's used to divorces. He got 3 baby mamas. Got some illegitimate kids around, running around. The dude is a mess. He's a mess up top also. Because he can't control his woman, he tries to control everything else and everybody else. And he tries to use his power, his executive power as president, to do that. He tries to use it to bully people. He wants a say in everything that's going on. He sees something happening in the NFL, he got something to say. NBA, he got something to say. Baseball, he got something to say. He got something to say about Medicaid. He got something to say about any kind of little beef that's going on, anything somebody, in fact, it don't even have to be a beef. He'll create a beef. He all in the business of the Bus Drivers Association, if there's such a thing called Bus Drivers Association. But you catch my drift. The dude is a nutcase. And he's not well. And when men are not being satisfied in a relationship, when they're not being romantically satisfied, I'm not talking about just sexually satisfied, because you can get sex anywhere. I mean romantically satisfied by the woman who you've chosen to be your wife. If she's not satisfying you, it causes bitterness, resentfulness. And oftentimes men will take it out on other people. And the more powerful they are, the more dire the consequences can be for people who are totally innocent of their dilemma. There have been wars started because dudes ain't getting none. Hitler, he had a sexual problem. In fact, his problem was so bad with women, he turned to men. That's something they don't talk about. I'm sure something like that will come out about Donald Trump at some point, because he's not well. We know that there's a number of sexual harassment charges against him by many women. He has a problem with women. I dare say that he hates women. You can't tell me any different, because all you got to do is think about how he treats women. Only a man who hates women could abuse women the way he does. Now, he can't control Melania, getting back to the control issue. So he goes out and try to control everybody else. And he treats people horrible. Pretty much like a lot of police officers do. They can't get any at home. And when they get it at home, it's not in a loving fashion. It's more like, oh, okay, here, do what you want to do. She's not jumping his bones because she's not in love. He's not getting that where she's initiating sex. He's the one initiating. That's what happens when they're not in love. You have to initiate sex all the time. And sometimes they comply, oftentimes they don't, and they won't, because they're just not feeling you. And this is where we are. And I say we because we're all going to be affected by this. Donald Trump, because he ain't getting none, could very well start a war. Now, I know some of y'all think that I'm tripping, but I'm telling you, it's just like with dudes in the club. At the end of the night, some dudes, when they strike out, they want to strike out against other men. Or sometimes they want to get violent toward women. They just start talking crazy at the end of the night because they ain't getting none, they didn't score. So they want to act out. And they call women names, trying to touch on women and all kind of stuff, just talking real crazy because they're sexually frustrated. So that's a big reason why anytime I go out, I never shut the club down. All these dudes talking about, we're going to shut the club down. I ain't trying to shut the club down. I'm trying to get my ass out of there. I'm not going to be at the club when the club closed. I'm gone. I'm in. I'm out. Because the closer it gets to closing time, the more likely some fool is to start a fight. And almost all the time when a dude get into a fight, a dude initiate a fight at least, it's a dude who ain't with a woman. Because when you got your woman and you good and you're feeling good and hey baby, everything cool, everything smooth, you ain't thinking about no squabbling, man. You thinking about being with your woman and having a good time and getting back to the house and satisfying her. That's what we do. But the dudes who ain't getting none, they want to fight. So that's how Donald Trump is. He want to fight. That's why he's so angry. Wake up in the morning, just tweeting, Twitter beefing. Anybody just Twitter beefing. I'm telling y'all, mark my words. If Melania Trump don't start putting out real soon, Donald Trump is going to start a war. And that's sad because Melania signed up for that high-paying job. I mean, it is a lucrative job, marrying Donald Trump. It was very lucrative. So I have no sympathy for her at all. In fact, she's worse than Stormy Daniels. At least Stormy had the sense enough to use a rubber. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Damn.